That's an interesting story. I realized we were spending so much money with suppliers in the UK and all they were doing was importing it from China. I was convinced that I could do the same thing. So decided on a whim to book a ticket out to Shenzhen in China. It's the southeast of China, right next to Hong Kong, and try and figure out how to get suppliers in China because I didn't want to risk doing it in the UK. This is what made the company so profitable. So then I flew out to China. I managed to find I was in hotels to start with. No one spoke English, which I wasn't expecting. And I experienced quite a lot of racism there as well. I was the only white guy in Shenzhen in China at the time. And I was in an apartment block and I couldn't even leave because no one spoke any English and I had mad anxiety. So basically what started happening was I thought, right, okay, well for me to actually do anything here, I need to learn some Mandarin. So I downloaded a translation software, Rosetta Stone, and there was YouTube at the time as well. So I got some training resources and started learning in the apartment. And then in my apartment block, it was quite good. There was a supermarket on the downstairs floor. So I used to basically learn some words, jump in the lift, go down and then test it on the reception, on the checkout tills. So I'd go out to initially it was like, they'd say like, "Niao dai zama." It's like, "Do you have a bag?" And I'm like, so then I was like, oh, okay. So then I started learning the words that way. And initially I'd try and say something they wouldn't understand me because it's a tonal language. So there's 4 tones. And because of that, if you don't say it correctly, they have no clue what you're saying. I basically was going up, down, trying all this stuff. And eventually they ended up knowing me in the supermarket. I think they thought it was a bit of a running joke. And ended up getting good enough to get by, get taxis, order food, go to factories. And then I got a translator when I was there a couple of months in. I ended up getting something called track lighting, which is like lights for shops. And when I was there, I put my first I managed to agree a deal with a factory. I put my first £250,000 order in, got shipped while I was there, ended up being at my warehouse before I even got back with my team. And we were importing from China. We had a guy out in China as well, an English guy called Spike, who we paid 10% of the order value to go and spot check the orders before it came out.
Okay, because quality check.
Because what the Chinese do is they'll whack a load of boxes together and then they'll do a spot check, but they'll take 10% out the top. Little do you know that right at the bottom of all the packets, there's a load of dodgy stuff.
They're well known for that.
Yeah. So then what we had him do was go in and just pull everything apart, go through the whole lot. And 9 times out of 10, it actually go back. There was those mistakes, broken fittings, stuff that wasn't even what we ordered. Then it'd all come out of China and then we would sell it. We doubled our margin. So we went from 35% to 62% margin on everything we were selling, which is crazy for e-commerce.
Absolutely incredible day. It's been a goal of mine for a little while to be able to tick off getting a Phantom and secured my driver as well. Boys are loving it too. And it's moments like this that make me very proud. You saw my kids' reactions. Lots of people would have you believe that you can't have all of this stuff, this lifestyle, this family, the wife, the kids, your health, fitness, your image, by being balanced. But I'm here to tell you you can. The people that have told you that you can't, feeding you the red pill, aren't necessarily the people that you want to follow, because they'll have you believe that you have to do everything in spite of these things. But there's no better feeling than be able to do this with those around you, with your family, and be super happy and be proud of who you are and have them proud of you too. We teach all of this in The Wise Gentleman. It's a community of people just like myself. If that's not you, then it's not for you. But for everyone else that wants to live this life and be someone that lives in abundance in all pillars, click the link in the bio and I'll see you there.